You could doc, Prof, why you go open the Koinadugu College in Kabala? I've been there imagine say, doc, if you open this in free tongue around there, get a lot of students and why Kabala?
Well, one of the things I wanted for look at is when you look at the indices of development in the country, you find places like Koinadugu, Falaba, then always they bien, then always they impacted and they bien. And Koinadugu, Falaba district uniquely poised in terms of then economic, in terms of agriculture, breadbasket of this country, tourism, and many other things. But I also wanted for not only for provide opportunity for that part of the country, where obviously now they are come up from, and I get a lot of connections to then communities and they, Ganya, Falaba, and all those communities. I get every mommy, every granny, we contribute to me young education. You know, me first spelling there where I learn now from them, mommy, then we don't go school. Why go school? I come. I say, spell for me Dambatan. I want to the mommy name, But there was this sense of communal sense. And there's this sense of everybody says, you are my child. And there was this sense of culture when I see. And I said, one thing we're lacking when we educational system where we fail from independence. Now one thing where we fail bad, we leader them. Then from then Samuel T. Magai, Albert Magai come down to Saka Stephen. Now because we know we get the independence from the Waitmanding, but we know take the education and make a culture, give a cultural foundation. We're based on Sierra Leone realities, right? And so now there we fail as against Sekou Touré na Guinea. Sekou Touré build the education in Guinea based on cultural foundation. So that is why Sierra Leone, you want baker na Guinea man, you want good fitter na Guinea man, you want this na Guinea man, Tyler na Guinea man. Yes, it been tough for them because the French then pull out everything. It been tough for them. So then get for now find way how for develop themselves based on that. But that part now I said, you know what in Koinadugu now we get almost 5 ethnicities where they're very strong. We call it a land of powerful mixtures. Kuranko, Fula, Yalunka, Limba, and Madingo. But every other ethnicity did it again. You get Mende, you get Timni, you get all the other groups within Dede. And so they to me became a place where I can able to create this experiment of a model. How we could change and shift the paradigm of education in Sierra Leone. I realize, say, I go there within the University of Sierra Leone or Njala or all these institutions. And sometimes when institutions don't become too big, then don't get established thinking.
Right? You change
for change, it's very hard for let you penetrate. It's very hard for drive innovation, right? And if you like, we don't get this hair, the hair don't big now you hit. And you everything inside the stock. So anybody with the inside that hairball, they not able to change. So I go get gray, I go get tired, I go get stuff, and all my ideas, my energy and stuff go die. And then I come on a couple years later, I don't retire, myself just a complaint. But I feel like we need for go na a community, however difficult. People they come to me in Kabala, hey, you not get large numbers. I say, I don't want numbers. I not create this institution for numbers. I not create them for quantity. Right? I create this for it's a pilot, it's an experimental process of shifting a paradigm. And what I want na quality. And quality based on experiential learning. Everybody way for Koinadugu College if learn through an experience-based learning. If also understand from where you come, the first semester where you come, you do leadership, you do entrepreneurship, you do sustainability. And every student at in first year for know how to do a business plan.
Is there get project?
You get project, yes. Everybody get project. Everyone. Last week, the British High Commissioner been there in town, they visit, and was blown. These are students we pick up, not the best, worst students in the country, where then all don't can then commerce or Njala or Frobe College or other side. These are the students then we not even get worse, where then don't drop out, where we take as a pilot. Everyone get project. Now some of them projects then don't lead to Gary making.
Yeah.
Currently.
Let me just show that. I see them only Gary
Yes.
How then they go about for do that?
So then start from actually growing the cassava. So then learn how to grow them. Then learn how to do them bed, then grow them, and then harvest them, and then go get a machine for process the Gary. Now the step then they take now for package them. So in the next within a month or so, you go begin getting at the studio made in Koinadugu College, Gary. From Kabala.
We don't get bio cassava. So.
Yes, so they get Koinadugu College Gary.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, we get ones on peanut butter. Then they make granite now, the paste, and very organic. In fact, now the demand for that higher than the supply.
Yeah, I don't get the granite actually.
So all of that they come in. And now the honey now one of we students them we come out of them Bafodia and Koinadugu. And it come in, what are they do? Are they teach them research from the first day where you can class. The first semester where they take leadership, you take entrepreneurship, you take sustainability, they teach you research. Entrepreneurship, what do they do? You they go na town, na Kabala town. Look who done the entrepreneur than a town. You go see they learn from them. Well, one of them come to me first and ask, entrepreneur need the first class I asked them, so what would that for be entrepreneur? And they say, if I go school, if I learn, if I this. Now I say, go na town, go na market, go. So then go look all. Now then they go meet this man at home, successful entrepreneur, never been to school.
Yeah. Then we part them.
Yes. So then they now begin, oh wow. Then you come back and say, we don't know now what in entrepreneur be, what he not be. Yeah. Now the next thing, we now go around, identify problems. What in are the problem there? Identify that. And then, we learn how to do research on those. This one, come from Bafodia community. Now, you don't do honey. Now you say, what in you can build on this. Now, you can work on honey cultivation all across different parts of Koinadugu. We put them there. And what in that they get for do? We now begin for grow honey from different localities. Because you see, honey, not in this way, the honey bee them, based on the environment, what in they eat, the climate, the weather, everything, then they contribute for make that honey day.
I see you get farm. Now I just watch on Facebook.
We get a big farm. We get a big farm now, and in fact now we don't create a big program now, 3 big projects now. We get what do they call the Green Yard initiative. The Green Yard initiative, we get over cashew, for instance, we don't know over 3,000 to 4,000 cashew, right? Where we don't plant now. This year we get for extend again for get acres of cashew with the students. Then this is one of them project.
Yeah.
The Green Yard now, the nursery of all these plants, including spices, would they bring the school picking them back from primary to secondary. Let them come. The college students then they train them on nursery. So then these are the call about not just.
So you connect the tertiary education to the
primary and the secondary.
Yeah.
Then all they come from all the surrounding, would they go then Kurumansilaya, Senekedugu, then picking, would they bring them come with them teachers. Then now they can learn also about how to do the nursery, how to do the things. And then we take them back to the school, then self-create, then your nursery, now then schools them, right? And then at the same time, we also, they do this food production and all the thing the way them for land for process and all that thing and they. But the other thing also now digital literacy.
Yeah.
All the school picking them back from the school, then primary, secondary, would they bring them now with computer lab, we ICT people, then they train them on digital literacy. And currently, primary school, secondary school, then all for can they learn, and then as they advance, so then they go into coding. So then they go into AI. So then they go into, will they teach them even the basics of social media, how they go create content, how they go do stuff, would they pan that. And then the last part of the component, now within the schools and back, we they create school clubs where they deal with this drug substance abuse, prevention na campuses, prevention at the schools them, create champions then at the schools them around drug substance abuse.
Doc, how you do this? I they watch, you they get a guest lecturers them.
Yes.
Through video link.
Yes.
Where they teach
Yes.
from anywhere.
Yes.
Na Koinadugu College.
Yes.
How are you doing this?
So, we invest in technology. So I make sure I get an innovation center at the campus and link them to Zoom and all sorts of medias, such that I get colleagues them all over the world. We then you say I want to do this thing, then they America, so then they Harvard, so then they different side, and so then they Kenya, all over side. Then say how I go teach. How I go help? I no go able to cancel alone. How I go do? Now I say, well, you know what? We go work out something. So we create, different methodologies, on how we go tap into content delivery. So the student then our class, can you believe it? Na Sierra Leone na ya. The student then they connect with a professor at Harvard. And then they see themselves, then they talk, then they interact, just like they are in person. They even know themselves. They are connecting right now, Kabala, then they do these things right in Kabala. And then now, the project they work on now an AI training, where they train the AI and using with students them back, and we lecturers them, and with a colleague now, Microsoft, when an AI guru, we they train the AI for know all we language than Kabala.
The local language.
Yes, Fula, Madingo, Kuranko, Limba, all that. And now we they then take them further, for then bring the farmers. This semester, this year, we they bring all the local farmers in a classroom. Anyone we able come, we they bring them, let them come. We get a farmer's course. Farmer then they come, then self we go learn from them. So what we learn from them, if you they talk Kuranko, when you talk Ampan Kranko, the AI go pick up. It translate into English. If you talk Fula, the AI go pick up. It translate into English. And so what would they create later? All the knowledge from the farmers and the communities, would they create what would they call a Wikipedia of knowledge, where go day na the college. So now that knowledge no go lost. So they begin curate the knowledge. So they also use the AI, them mamiden, them Fula mamiden, we then get stories. Then Kranko, then Limba, then Yalunka. Then we go tell them stories.
Then I can easily go and listen to them.
You they listen to them. So that they add to the next thing where they can create now the college. The building now where they can work on, where we really need support with. Now they create right now, after the rain stop, this November they begin construct that. The building will be a library of all things. So the library of all things building at Kabala College, Koinadugu College, will be where library we always think of and say books. But library go beyond books. So it will be a place where we will get a room, we will get all the seeds of this country, different types of seeds, plants then, a seed library, plant library. You will get a place where they curate all the stories of Sierra Leone, where we will gather. So a room where you go, with dent here, you get audio, something, you go see,
listen.
you go listen. They will say the pictures. You will get a room there, inside there, where you get war stories. Anybody where in Peking or something where don't issues from the war, the Ebola, landslide, all those things, we can curate those things and create. We get that area where somebody will go and connect with those things. They would get a room within that also. We go get a studio for young people for can record, tell them stories, and then narrate things. We get a room where go be for entrepreneurship clinic, where go be for women then at the community. Then come, then go they part of that room where then go train them on small businesses, how to set up things, how to write a proposal, how to do stuff. So it will be a library of all things where we feel like say imagination, somebody who can, you go get all sort of, you go do all sort of
Doc,
this.
how you do all this? Because like I say, somebody go imagine you get something like this in a free tongue. The enrollment go high, you know, you get a lot of students will go come in, you get resources for able to run them. But how are you doing this? I can imagine the other day they talk about the road.
Yeah.
Even for go Kabala now,
Yeah.
it's difficult.
Yeah.
You know, and you
Yeah.
get for be there and,
Yeah.
and see how things they go on.
It's very difficult, very, very difficult. But one thing we bring me in Sierra Leone when I left everything we have for left, you know. I did a #1 university, one of the top 10 in the world, University of Wisconsin-Madison. I did a #1 company in the US, Procter & Gamble. And after done retire, my wife as millionaire, and then my wife, any wife who I get for them also be almost a millionaire and picking them for be paid. And when I tell my colleagues that I dey step out and come to Sierra Leone, my directors, all the guys are like, no, this is crazy. You know, we top innovator and top team, and you know for come. And so why not we not go put you in Nigeria? We'll get like an innovation center. They will put in Nigeria. You could just come Sierra Leone. I say no. And my dream was for transform some place like Kabala, where all man think na a place where it not go happen. Let we bring something and uplift people from those places. And I believe if we do this and we able to uplift that society there, then communities and the rest of the country, they go forward.
Yeah.
Because what we need for do now for reverse innovation, take it to those communities. Kabala is a small community, very beautiful community. Now, it make the college, my vision for the college in Kabala is that every part of the town, the township of Kabala, forget the campus. So what we would create is, now almost my dream is for create a kind of, what you go see like a Silicon Valley, na California, or something like what they call this Bangalore, na India. We don't become the other Silicon Valley of India. So that young people across Sierra Leone go can Kabala from any part of this country. They become innovators. In the community, you go get place where they go. In fact, all this product, then what they do so. Inside this year, we create a store in Kabala. We go be the Koinadugu College store inside Kabala, where if you can Kabala, anything we made in Koinadugu and Falaba, you go get handy.
Yeah, the store.
Yes. So even the Ronco we don't die, you go get handy. The Lepi, you go get handy. You go get a story around them. You go know the story from how Ronco start, from the culture, everything down, you get a story on them. That's where people go come. Now, a sense of place where innovation go happen. You know, when I did Procter & Gamble, I was very young. Me, I been, one of the youngest scientists, and I come quickly, I rise up the ranks for be, as a Sierra Leonean, rise up very quickly for be principal scientist, and purely dominant racist white American institution, and then, of course, the university, all na purely white Midwest areas. And it purely banked on the fact, say, me mind, now one of them, anybody really close to me, go tell you this. I don't sleep much. My brain always they function, always is innovating. So I make billions and billions for other people. And I said to myself, why? I go finish all this years later, 50, 60 years later, at 60 or 65, I retire in America. I just can't work.
And Kabala get the same problem.
Same problem. So now, coming back to Sierra Leone and being here, working from College of Medicine, working from University of Sierra Leone, working even at in fact, every university in Sierra Leone I involved with because of the passion.
Yeah.
So are they with Njala? Are they with Frobe College? Are they with Comas? Are they with Unimac? Are they with EBK? And are they mentor graduate students as well as are not they get paid by Ministry of Health and National Public Health Agency, but they render me service to all the young doctors, young public health people, even for create the National Public Health Agency, I work on all of that document, right? Most of the documents
How
I
the
work on.
ecosystem they support you with this kind idea of moving education to places like Kabala, which we all with decentralization plan and human capital development, how the governance ecosystem, the support which you they do?
So far, they say we not get much, but that no they deter some of we because you see part of innovation, one of the first principles of innovation are the 3 R's. Mhm. The 3 R's go be the first R, na rejection. You for overcome the rejection, na the first R. The second R, na the ridicule. People go laugh you. Where you say, like we have been first think, I go can create a thing na Koinadugu. People and they say, I know that's not possible, it's too much. And then go laugh you and go say, oh, but look, you don't start. In fact, even now, the laughing face with they on, don't able look and don't start. They know they buy anything first. Look at, they struggle. You know, get this. So now the ridicule. The third R, now the recognition. So we know recognition can come in your lifetime or it can come outside of your lifetime. But one thing I know is that if you set the ball rolling, right, whether people recognize it at this point in time or not, just keep working on it and keep being persevere and stuff. Now they would on day in Kabala, the American embassy don't come all the way, then don't come. Got so much impressed, they invite some of our young faculty then for come to the July 4. Now they would on day the British High Commissioner don't come. This is a testament to what thing you did do. And oftentimes, sometimes, somebody from outside, they see them. They see everything. And that's why it's important what they call the bird's eye view. Somebody, they see them and see all of it, how it grow. Because when you think of all the huge institutions today around the world, everything today will go be billions and other stuff. Started from zero, started small. All of this stuff. So another ecosystem me grow up in. I don't sort of, I grew up in Sierra Leone, but I really I hone myself more in the US in this ecosystem of seeing. And for me, what is more important, not to the material things where I go get. If I wanted material things, even now, today, a difficult moment now, currently, now how long I go able to stay in Sierra Leone without being called to go to Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa. Right now, Monday, I have a day South Africa on 2 meetings. In fact, it seems like when Africa don't discover me, I don't get a problem with Sierra Leone.
You're traveling a lot.
And now my biggest problem is that given that my heritage, my ancestry, my parents, my daddy get a Senegalese connection and Senegambia, and then my mama get Guinea and of course also Senegal. My biggest challenge is that the Guineans, they claim me. The Senegalese, they claim me. The Gambians, they claim me. But notwithstanding, I don't always feel like here, na a place where, this is where Naya build me, right? Naya build me, Naya get me story. This is what I was talking about, the story. Naya get me own story. And also, I feel more fulfilled. Like we now at the Commot, I see my medical students, then they into research. Now that they inside my team, I get almost over 30
Who you work with?
Yes. My team is very large right now. I get, and now are they in the process of now building a lot of PhDs inside Sierra Leone. And thank to God. And Yana, the first time I go talk because I get we got a very big grant from Africa Pandemic Sciences. So then do this thing 2 years. We then invite everybody across Africa for form consortium. So we get about almost 400 applications from Africa and around the world. And then later, shortlist over the years, then come down to 200, come down to 50, come down to 20, and then select winner among the 5 winners. We get the thing for the Africa Pandemic Sciences grant for work with the university, and I bring them to University of Sierra Leone for able to train more PhDs, more masters, and able to create with consortium like Guinea, Mali, Senegal. Guinea, Mali, Senegal.
Congratulations on that, and thanks for doing that.
Well, this is the part of the thing. My goal is, my own lifetime, that we forget as much PhDs, as much masters, as much other areas, with all kind of skills, that we able now for create people we go able solve the problem of this country and able think, and create the solutions needed. So right now, my research team, I get people na CONOT, I get people na ODCH, I get people na Choi Trams, I get people na 34 military, I get people na Rukupa Hospital, and also I get students with a with Njala, Unimac, EBK, Frobe College, Kumas. So bring them, catch them, work with them, they capacitate them, get them for let them begin for think how for position themselves and become competitive. My goal is that people no need for left Sierra Leone for go say I go do my PhD na this place or something. We can create twinning programs. Now that Koinadugu College will likely want for do where will become a university in a year or two. My goal in a year or two for don't be a university, right?
Inshallah.
Inshallah, that's my goal. If and the goal is that we get MOUs, we get partnerships with University of Cape Town, like others like Chuka University, universities in the US. Them professors and they all na my friends them. And all will be part of centers where we create in Sierra Leone, where if na social sciences you do, or if na public health or in a biomedical science you do, you go day salon, you get one mentor outside. And that mentor, they give you all that in the, and if you they go out now for a very short time. Right now I get 2 PhD students. Na Sierra Leone, na way one, then they come as. And they do in PhD with me collaborators na about. So they just go for a short time, go do learn all the bioinformatics, the sequencing, and come back. And then they use samples from Sierra Leone, they learn all those things. Right here in Sierra Leone, so those are the things.
How, we go build an ecosystem like something where you build. So I don't say before you come, you Muxin. Somebody tell me about Professor Kamara and Lonsara as well.
Yes.
We build something there.
Yes.
Amadou Justice Bawe start with IMAT College. I know the
Yes.
challenges he had.
Yes.
During the past regime.
Yes.
He was coming to us at Star. My colleague then, Abdurrahman Kamara, they interview him always about this idea of creating a college where everybody no need for go for a big college for land law. And he's been able to get that. And you're building this. How do we open up and get support to this ecosystem for people like Kuna for able to survive and say, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm getting the support. And like you say, the fulfillment is now the happiness you get for doing. How do we get the support from the state for do this?
Well, I think that a larger part of voting the state for thinkers as an overall ideology for promote, if you think about, if you honestly and sincerely they talk about promoting education, human capital development, you think about empowering the next generation of people them. This nothing then this way you they scan your environment. You scan all over. Now that leaders and they do. Leaders and they scan the environment. Then see what in and they can walk around. Then see who that and they can do what in. How I go come in and then then they compliment me on thing. It is not a out of a fluke that the U.S. Embassy will come out and come visit we. It no go be a thing where the British High Commission will come and visit we. Now, because it stems from you, the leader, looking around the environment and then say, these are the things that are happening. You scan and then you say, these are my objectives. This thing where they happen, it push me objectives them forward, right? And so I think for we, na dande we they look up for, say we don't start the process. We get this capacity for change and shift the paradigm of thinking in the country in terms of education, but also for complement the voting government they do in terms of capital development. When you say me sometimes I can struggle with where we can use big terminologies. These words like human capital development, sustainable development, all them big jargons we can come. For me, I like for break and down to a way in which you say we simply make sure say we move people them. We move with society forward. We able for do things for ourselves. Because there is no sense for let you get an educational system, you they even government they put money per student and forget SLG and all those things. All of them people here they graduate. Then at the same time, you they go take Turkish them, Chinese them, other nationals for can do the work. So that something is amiss.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? So now that make for me this is where your ideology get for start. Like you know, look at right now, you get young Ghanaians, then they cancer alone, then they most of we job there, then they are the Kenyans are here, the Ugandans are here. All them NGO, then where you go find out that now this person is coming from this other country, this person is coming, and you know, for can do basic things for we. This is where your education for address. Your education for address issues of dependency. Now, it make right from the get-go, then we student, then they learn the theory, then they learn public health. But when they do public health, you also forgo do the practical. Because you get to understand how to solve those problems. And when we take public health, for instance, people then think, say, public health, now for just go work na the DHMT, or go work in a Ministry of Health, or go do something with awareness and sensitizing social. No, public health, now in every space. You can now, for instance, say, right now, we get issue with non-communicable disease, hypertension. You know, Uda get the idea for make the food them and market those food them where somebody will get diabetes or hypertension go eat.
Yes.
You forget some public health background.
You know, when
and
they
knowledge.
import burger and they import
This thing, right. Then with traditional foods then very rich. Why you for go eat bread where you get cassava? Cassava na whole food. Why you for eat bread, white bread, where they give you more diabetes, it kill you faster, where you get petete. Petete na whole food. Now very sweet petete na one of the best foods. But why you now from public health not take this and market them in a way that restaurants then go to use them, other places then go make them, so that you show people the public health benefit of them.
It's practical teaching and learning.
Teaching and
Because
learning.
you get a lot of comments that take few.